Hello, fellow bibliophiles, and welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. I'm Marissa, and it's been a little while. Today, as the video title suggests, I have quite a big life update for you that I've been dying to share for a while now, and I have a lot to chat about with regards to how it'll affect my channel. You know that old saying that goes a little something like, the camera adds 10 pounds? Well, in my case, my camera's been doing a bit of the opposite. It's been hiding quite a lot more than that. Yeah, so I'm pregnant. I'm actually very pregnant. I'm 37 weeks along now and due towards the end of April. So that's the big news, and that's what I was a little bit cryptic about in my 2023 goals video back in January when I basically didn't set goals for the year because I knew what was coming. My husband and I are so excited to welcome this new addition to our family and into our lives. We are so grateful that this is happening, and we just can't wait to be parents. It's a whole new adventure for us and something that we always envisioned as part of our lives one day. But as wonderful and as exciting as this time is, it's obviously a major life change, and it will definitely affect this channel. In fact, it actually already has, but I didn't really feel comfortable discussing it until now. Being pregnant hasn't been very fun or very easy for me personally. I've been ill for months, nothing serious or abnormal, but there are just a lot of physical symptoms that are pretty common to pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, heartburn, constipation, heightened sense of smell. There was a point where I couldn't go to the supermarket or cook or tolerate the smell of the dishwasher. I didn't even know the dishwasher had a smell before now, and my poor husband had to eat in another room for a few months there. But now that I'm much further along and in the third trimester, I'm doing a lot better, but I'm still not quite feeling like myself. I'm having trouble breathing sometimes. I am rather large and exhausted, and I'm having trouble getting into a comfy reading position, which is its own issue entirely. But probably the most frustrating pregnancy symptom for me has been massive brain fog, exhaustion, and difficulty focusing, which has directly affected my reading and my life as a whole. Like everything, it has gotten significantly better, but I really wasn't able to read in the months of August and September. I would read the same sentence about 5 times and have no idea what was happening. I'd also have trouble understanding what people were saying, even in regular conversation, and I'd have to ask them to repeat themselves 4 or even 5 times before what they said sunk in with me. So audiobooks were not exactly an option either. I think I read a total of 2 books during those months, and I never did a wrap-up. There just isn't too much to discuss when your brain isn't processing things on the same level that it usually does. I love how my channel is a platform for me to discuss things in depth and think more critically about books, and I simply haven't been able to do that to the degree that I'm used to, and I don't know when I'll be able to again. Like I said, it is improving significantly, as everything is, but I still feel like I'm not able to think about books the way I used to. Or if I can, I forget the thoughts instantly, or just thinking about books in depth like that saps all of my energy. Back in the summer, I was asked to host Victober before I felt any effects of pregnancy, and it was such an honor to be asked to host. I was over the moon. But it turns out that Victober was really difficult for me. I felt guilty, like I wasn't being a good host and not putting out as much content as the other hosts. I put all of my energy and effort into scripting those videos, and then I would collapse. I was so proud of how they turned out though, despite how I felt. My Victober reading ended up being mostly rereads and short things and audiobooks, and I felt like my reading experience of The Mayor of Casterbridge lacked depth. And I'm devastated that I had trouble focusing on Dickens. I really wanted to participate in Katie's Mega Dickens read-along, But I tried starting the Pickwick Papers 4 or 5 times and it simply wasn't happening. It wasn't Dickens's fault, of course, but I'll have to find a way to read all of Dickens in my own time. I was able to read Nicholas Nickleby not too long ago, which was an exciting treat, but I still couldn't give it the usual focus that I would for a Dickens novel. It's okay because I really did enjoy it, and for some reason it didn't bother me that I wasn't able to give it the attention I usually would. And I'm not quite sure why. Anyway, this channel has meant the world to me in the past 6.5 years. It's been this beautiful, bookish haven of support, a place to discover and explore and process new reads with you. It's expanded and cultivated my reading tastes, and I've had the most wonderful and engaging group reading experiences. I've met some of the kindest, most caring, and generous people from all over the world. This channel has seen me through quite a lot of change in my life. Graduating dental school, getting married, moving twice, but all throughout, I've never really felt the need to stop at any point. There have been times where I took 3 or 4 weeks off in an impromptu fashion, or where I've fallen behind in reading wrap-ups and responding to comments, but reading and making videos has never been something that I've been afraid I wouldn't be able to keep up before. I've seen what happens to a lot of people's channels when they have a child. Some of them decide to turn the channel into more of a life channel rather than solely a bookish channel. They discuss everything from postpartum to parenting and do a lot more vlogs and things like that. Some discuss parenting books and such, and some stop filming altogether. But I really don't want to do any of that. I want my channel to remain my bookish little corner of the internet. Maybe I'll talk about children's books from time to time, and there will probably be a tour of my child's bookshelf because I am very excited about putting that together and digging out my old picture books and my husband's old picture books. But for the most part, I don't want too much about my content to change if I can help it. BookTube and my channel is very important to me. And me and my husband both feel strongly that in order to be good parents, we have to maintain our interests and our passions. And that by giving things up, like this channel, we would be giving up pieces of ourselves that make us who we are and make us the good parents that we think we can be. So this is all my way of saying that I am not ready to say goodbye to this channel or this community, but I also don't know what the future holds in terms of this major life change. So we'll see. Maternity leave could end up being a very busy and stressful time where I'm just too sleep deprived to focus on reading, or it could be this wonderful break where I can devote myself to caring for my child and self-care and have the time for reading and filming. Realistically, it'll probably be something in between those two. After maternity leave, I'm not sure if I'll continue working full-time or if I'll cut my hours a little bit, and that will affect my reading life as well, of course. What I do know, though, is that for now, I've decided to take a BookTube break and not post content for just a little while. I might do a March wrap-up or some little library hauls or vlogs or a video about the baby blanket that I'm knitting, if I feel up to it before the baby is born. But I also might just be too exhausted. I'm already pretty exhausted and out of breath filming this, so we'll see. My goal, however, is to return for Jane Austen July. I don't know how hosting that will go this year with a newborn. They'll definitely be listening to some Austen on audiobook with me, that's for sure, but I might be forced to make some chattier videos that are less scripted and less thought through than the stuff you're used to seeing on this channel. And really, who knows what I'll put together while incredibly sleep deprived. We'll see. At that point, my husband will be back at work full time, but I'll still be on maternity leave and we'll just see how my channel and my reading life go from there. I really hope that I'm able to find a nice balance between my new role as a mother, as well as working and making time for reading and for BookTube. So basically, thank you for watching this video and for watching and supporting me and this channel. And hopefully you didn't all just hit the unsubscribe button right away, and hopefully you'll all still be here for more bookish videos come July. I look forward to seeing you in another bookish video, whenever that may be. Bye!